Hello, welcome to Baking with Alex. It's not cooking this week because it's baking, because we're going to be baking some bread. Bread is flour. We're going to crack on with the baking of the bread, but first I need to get my bowls out. I've got two bowls, one's slightly bigger than the other. This is the first. That's not meant to be there. This is the first bowl. This is my water bowl, where I'll measure my water because the flour will already be in the flour bowl. This is the flour bowl. So we're looking for 500 grams of flour. It's too much flour. So that's 500 grams of flour, sieved. 300 millilitres of water. How do you measure millilitres with a scale? A milliliter is a gram. No. Yes. Oh, would you bugger me sideways? A mug of water is almost exactly 300 millilitres of water. So that's our flour and that's our water. Now we need to make the flour mix in with the salt and the yeast. Keep the salt separate to these though, because the salt will murder the yeast. 1, 2. In with the fast action yeast. 1, 2, 3. And a bit. In with the water. And then we mix that and bring it all together into a dough. This is where it gets really messy. Okay, so hands are going in now. This is where you get to feel your dough. You get to feel every inch of it. You need to knead the dough for around 7 minutes. So I will start, it's 5 past now. 5, 10, 15, no. 5, 10, what's the same? 5, 7, about quarter past, no. 5 past, 5, 10, done it again. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Was that 1 or 5? 12 past. I sometimes like to take my aggression out on a piece of dough. Sometimes I picture people who have crossed me. Hitler. Well, that points out Hitler never crossed me. They were two separate things. So that's your dough. Now we need to add it to an oiled container. Don't forget to always lubricate the rim. There's nothing worse than a sticky rim. Bit of nature's lubricant on the cling film, and we leave that in a dark place for 2 hours. So it's the moment of truth now. Let's see if my bread has risen, the dough has risen in the proving stage of the bread making process. The bread has risen a little bit, but not as much as I'd have liked. You lose some, you win. Sometimes you win and sometimes you don't lose, win. So I've preheated my oven to 200 degrees Celsius. That's 200 degrees Celsius. And then into the oven, middle shelf, for around half an hour, 25 minutes to half an hour. In you go. And now we wait. So it proves that I know nothing about bread when I thought that the rise was going to be rubbish. Eat that bread. So there we have it. One bread.